Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Krause House and Garden. Well, did we do the mistake that all gardeners tend to do that are eager to start the season? Did we start it too early last week? Well, let me show you what's happened after a week of gloomy, gray, lows in the 40s. Happens when you plant a garden too early. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Krause House and Garden. It's finally season, and it's also the whirlybird cleanup season. And it's also a day to do some weeding and cleaning of the fence line. So that's the focus for today. Also mowing. And we'll see how far we get. And hopefully we can get a few more veggies to put in the garden. And free dill. Free dill, come pick your dill. We have got to clear out the dill forest. Man, that is one thing that just comes back every year with a vengeance. And the first year we couldn't grow any. The storm is trying to come in here, guys. I'm just gonna film a bit while we try to clean up what we can in a short amount of time. And I hope the wind doesn't blow the mic over, or blow the camera over, sorry. Oh goodness, drama. First time using a tool at the power lines. Oh, sweetie. Holy cannoli. I don't need to lose my sweetie to... Careful. Is all three of those power?
That's power. This is cable.
Which is power?
The three thin wires. See where the...
At the very top. Then what's...
See where the pole line goes to the house?
Yes, but what's the thin cable there above you?
That's support for the pole.
Ah, okay.
That's a steel wire to keep that pole from going that way.
Okay, good. So the power is up above the branches. Okay.
The only bad thing is that this growth is on the other side.
You're doing good for the first time using that thing. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Krause House and Garden. Well, we do this every year, and every year we say we're not going to do this, but we do it anyway. But I've kind of gone overboard more with flowers this year in hopes to help with the planting to get more beautiful flowers in, so hopefully to get more bees into the garden. But I thought I would do a count, and then I got overwhelmed. So I would say we have close to 100 plantings today. Would that be about right.
Yeah.
And we still want to put some seed down. But the garden is looking good. Is looking good. What do you guys think? Are we crazy? I mean, we know we're crazy, but we love our garden.
Roddy.
Roddy is going in there, guys. More seed. Okay, and good news. Good news. You want to share the good news?
Yes, I guess the good news is the potatoes are out.
Look at this. Well, that's deal that comes back every year. The first year we did deal seed, we got nothing. And then since then, we have nothing but deal, which is great that it keeps coming back. So look at this. So this was the one, if you remember last video, we talked about green sprouts. And basically, it's not good to eat green sprouts on a potato, but if you cook them, it's fine. Or if there's green spots once cooked, it's fine. And it even said that probably the green sprouts will grow faster because they've started the, I'll have to look it up, chlorophyll process. I am terrible. I'll look it up from the last video. But anyway, it appears the ones that we planted with the green sprouts have definitely sprouted earlier. But yeah, all the potatoes are coming up. Any other updates?
Nope. Nothing else. Just stuff
Oh.
going in.
We just got to get to planting.
Roddy.
White icicle.
All right, let's see how this works out. How soon are we gonna have Roddy? 28 days.
How many seeds do we got left? We'll have to get more.
That's enough.
Oh. That's quite a few.
Yep. Maybe I should.
Okay guys, status update. Look, we still have a bit, but we have planted a bit, and it's almost lunchtime. So my goal before lunch is to get these two pots filled up. And we usually put veggies, but I'm just gonna put flowers, and I filled some of this with some old debris we had from a storm with those limbs coming down and the city coming and getting them cut away from the lines. Try a little hygge. Is that the way you say it? Hygge culture. So this will not break down in one season. However, it will feed the plants through the summer. And I've done the same over there. Let me take you over there. Got a few little sticks in here. That way we have less dirt that has to go in the pot, and it'll help it drain too. There's holes in the bottom, but anyway. Let me see if I can get these flowers planted, the bigger flowers. And then after lunch, I can just stick the marigolds and the snapdragons around in the beds. And yeah, so, and I will give you an update on Edwin's prototype 1, prototype 2. Really rough looking, but he is so excited. Zucchini bed experiment for this year.
Get some action shots. Hopefully this does not end up with a hospital visit.
No. You're gonna be sore tonight.
Huh?
You'll be sore tonight.
I didn't split like, I don't know, what's the measure for wood splitting?
I don't know.
10 bushels of wood? Whatever that's called.
Somebody's making his little zucchini bed.
Yes, this is going to be zucchini bed number 2 because I got too many zucchinis.
get mics on if people want to hear. But tell me again, when no cars, well, forget
I'm going
that.
to dig a channel here this length, and then I'm gonna bury this half way in, so
Okay.
kind of keeps the dirt contained.
Okay.
Alrighty.
We'll see if we have success with zucchinis again, because we haven't had success the last 2 years.
I think that's gonna be much more successful with putting a good dirt to work.
Okay guys, welcome back to the garden, end of day 2. And we got a little anxious like we always do, and we got a lot of stuff in the ground. And this week, even though it is after 10th of May, which is the last big cold spell, this week we're going to have a few nights in the low 40s, mid 40s. So to help the plants not get a little upset at us, if it's in a pot, they can come in. Well, I'll show you the Florida room. It's got a lot of happy campers in there. But for the veggies, we can't really take them in. And it just says that, you know, it'll slow down their growth a little bit. And we don't want them to do that. So, when we first did this garden years ago, we had our first prototype, and we still have it. And it does help when these situations come up on us and the plants are still small. You can see this one says for the U bed, and this one says for the L-shaped bed. It's our little plastic coverings that we made. That's why you see these things in the garden. These structures here, they're just freestanding. But what that allows is for us to put that plastic over the plants and help keep a little bit of that heat in, so when there are a few nights in the low 40s, middle 40s, they really like it better when it's 50 and above. So this will just help them and hopefully not discourage them to keep growing for the season. So now we got to put these back on, see if we can remember how. Yay guys, that's just made me plumb happy. We didn't use these last year, and we usually have, if you see, we usually have these little triangles that would go in the end, but it's not going to be that cold. We actually use these cloths when we were trying to do from seed, like in April to May, so we can easily leave these ends open. And then Sweetie's getting his temperature sensors. And
so we don't cook our veggies before
so we don't get it too hot.
Before they get a chance to be done.
I think the highs are going to be not super warm, but Edwin will probably take a few of these off during the day, and then at night, until it is consistently 50 and above at night, we'll be able to keep our veggies happy. And there goes the temperature sensor. Yay! He even has them labeled, and we even had these labeled, so that worked out great. Sometimes all your hard work really does pay off, even years later. That's so great. Did we do the mistake that all gardeners tend to do that are eager to start the season? Did we start it too early last week? Well, let me show you what's happened after a week of gloomy, gray, lows in the 40s. Happens when you plant a garden too early. Ta-da! It survived. Well, I think our covers helped. We took the ends off earlier this weekend. This is Memorial Day weekend. We took the ends off, or the corners off. And it looks like everything fared decently. We took the pots in the Florida room. I need to bring them back out. And the flowers here, you see, were tolerant to cooler temps. But man, guys, who would have thought after the 10th of May cold spell that it would have really been another almost 2 weeks of coldness? It has been a gloomy, doomy 2 weeks since the 10th of May. But wow, the sun came out yesterday, lifted our spirits and the garden spirits, I'm sure. And now I'm gonna finish planting the last bit of flowers that we had bought to go in. And let's see what the rest of May and the rest of this garden season brings. Things are looking up. Is this success, sweetie? This means all the plants are out of the Florida room.
Yes.
And this is the last one, the last zucchini. We're just gonna try an experiment here. We'll see. Here's Edwin's other zucchini patches he's done. They're looking good. The first year we had zucchini on the fence line, we couldn't eat them all. And then the last few years we've had no luck. So let's see how this year goes. Edwin's strawberry patch is back here, which hopefully will grow over the years. See who wins? Edwin or the squirrels.
Alrighty.
Here's some good dirt from our compost. We finally are growing good dirt. We're gonna give the zucchini lots of, you need another bucket of good dirt?
Just do that. Let's see how our Mr. Zucchini is doing.
The last plant, I won't say the last, but currently all the plants are planted from the Florida room. Woohoo!
Yay.
So let me give you a little tour of how the garden looks on Memorial Day 2025. We took all the covers off.
Planting to the last minute.
Planting to the last minute. Oh, don't want to go to work tomorrow. I'd rather play in the garden again. So this is the current status. Our deal forest is always coming on strong. Edwin planted some radicule. I don't see anything coming up there. The romaine is coming up, and we have too much arugula. Need to get some arugula out. But everything's starting to fill in nicely, and like I said earlier, it looks like nothing below 50. Keep our fingers crossed for the next week. Next thing, maintenance we got to do is we got to replace these guys. But yeah, everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. Peppers, tomatoes. Oh, the herb garden, we got cleaned up a bit. The basil, I put in a couple lavender and chive and put the sage in there from where it used to be in the raised bed. And cut back some of the oregano. We got marjoram, and Edwin Summer Savory is coming in strong here. Thyme, I put in some rosemary. So yeah. We'll see how the season is, right, sweetie?
Yep.
We had some extra cucumbers we threw in there, and then the other cucumbers have been under the covers down here. We changed positions this year. We'll see how things go. Kind of changed it up a bit. Oh, and check out the potatoes. The potatoes are doing great. Let's hope we get no storms like last year that really took them out. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the potato bin. Yeah, so, yep. Memorial Day 2025. Let's see how the garden grows. A good season.
Garden season.
It is garden season. Until next time, guys. Front camera's not on.
Till next time.
Next time. Yay! Summertime. Well,
Yes. Well, what?
it's not officially summer. Let's try this again. Until next time, guys. See you back in the garden.
Back in the garden. What's this?
I can't remember.
There's a tomato coming too.
That's a volunteer.
Dill coming.
More deal.
More dill.
More deal.
Some dill.
More deal.
Tomato. I mean, we don't need to buy any tomato plants really. We just need to throw some of our dirt on the ground.
Let's see, Edwin. These are called
There's a tomato in every pot.
verbena,
Verbena.
and they like the cold too. I mean, they're okay with the cold. So that's what those are, I think.
Okay.
Okay, I guess we have to go shower and get ready for work tomorrow, huh? Dang it. If I could just play in the garden forever, I would be happy. I don't know if you guys can see, it's pretty dark. But the little solar lights light up the pathway right to the garden shed, right by the planters. Beautiful.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6.
So it's the exact right number for for the pathway.
Perfect. Good job, sweetie.
Good job, sweetie.